Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Sakshi and today we are going to do something which is most requested thing. Yes, today we are going to work on two different things. So the first thing we will be talking about is how you can use brush pens. I know you must have an idea about when you basically use brush pens, that is for calligraphy. But yes, you can use same brush pens for different purposes, just like to give a watercolor effect or to give any ombre effects. So today I will be telling you how you can use brush pens to give the same watercolor effect. The second thing I will be telling you about how you can make bigger circles without a compass. So I'm sure a lot of you must be drawing circles just with the compass and struggle with when you have to make bigger circles but you do not have proper equipments. So do not worry, I will be telling you 3 different ways how you can draw big circles without a compass and you do not need any fancy equipments for the same. So let's get started. I will be telling you 3 methods for both of the activities and I will be telling you also about the materials which we would require. So let's get started.
So as you can see, I have a 24 shades brush pen set by Camlin and they have really awesome colors, and as it says, it can give you effect of a watercolor with that tip size also. So if you see, the color options are really nice, you get all the colors, and even the packaging is very simple and easy to keep, easy to handle, and it is super cool thing which you can go ahead with. As you can see, the techniques, it says there are lettering and some line work. You can also do watercolor, so that's what I will be teaching you. And here the MRP says it's for $350, but on Amazon you can get it for even a lesser price. The link will be in the description if you want to buy it for yourself. Then I have these 3 Polaroid cut sizes, so let's get started. Here you can use any size of the sheet, whatever size you feel comfortable with. Just make sure you mask all the 4 sides of the paper. So here I have completed with my masking. Masking is really important for us to do so that we have proper borders on all the 4 sides with no mess around. I will be using 2 shades of Camlin brush pens. So these are simple 2 shades. Make sure you take any 2 different colors. Do not take any similar color, and you can go ahead with any other brand. Now start coloring the first half of the paper with one of the color and leave it in the center. In the second half, you can pick any other different vibrant color and complete the coloring. Now here I am using a flat brush. You can also use a round brush or any thick brush, whatever you have. Dip it in water, and the first thing you need to do is apply that dipped brush right in the center where your 2 colors are merging. Put enough water that you have a merging effect. Though this method is not very neat or is not much preferred because it does not give you an expected and a satisfied look, but of course you can give it a try. So we will keep this aside and let it dry, and we'll start with the second method. So in this method, apart from the paper, all you need is a glossy ceramic plate. You can also use a color mixing palette, but I personally prefer a plate which is glossy in finish, so I will be using this. And you would need a glass of water, brush, and I will be using 2 different colors for giving the watercolor effect. So the first thing you need to do is color some part with the brush over a plate. Make sure you color properly. Then drop few droplets of water over the color and just mix it well, and you will have a very soothing and a very light color of this same brush pen. So for this method, you will have to apply some number of coats depending upon how light and how dark you want your colors to be. Similarly, I will be using green color and following the same method. Now here you can also add 2, 3 or 4 layers of color. Completely depends upon how dark and how light you want your colors to be. That's absolutely your choice. Just you will have to wait for the sheet to dry so that you can add more color to it. So now here, if you see, the shade of the pink has got a bit darker than the previous tone. That's how you can add more color to it so that you can have a darker shade. And your second method finishes right here. In the end, all you need to do is run through from top to bottom or from bottom to top to complete a finished look. I see the blend looks so beautiful and so even. Let's keep this aside and start with the third method. So this method is one of my really favorite method. All you need is some water and a brush, that's it. I will be using again two different colors. All you need to do is just on all your masking tapes, you need to color properly, just in a manner I am doing it on all the three sides. On the other half side, you can use another different color. Now the best and the most satisfying part, take the color from the masking tape towards the center of the paper and you will see how beautifully color comes to the sheet. You only have to take down the color from masking tape to the paper. Just while you are doing it, make sure do not mix your colors right here because your brush might have a color from the previous color tone, and in the end start blending towards the center where your two colors are merging. Do not go too much upwards or too much downwards. Just try to stay somewhere between the sheets so that the blend looks perfect. Try not to add a lot of water if you are not using a 300 GSM sheet. Otherwise, just prefer using as less water as possible but simultaneously have the perfect blend of the colors. Run through from top to bottom to have the most even look and the most perfect blend. You can also redo the same method. All you need to do is just with a dry cloth or any waste cloth, clean the masking tape so that it does not have water because this might mess up with your pens. So just clean that up and repeat the same method again if you want any color to prompt in a more darker tone. After this, I will keep it aside and we will see the final look of all the methods. Always make sure while you are removing the masking tape, they should be removed in the opposite direction of the sheet so that you have a perfect border coming out. This is the final look of method 1. I will do the same thing for method 2 and you see how beautiful the colors look like after it is dried out completely. I absolutely love these shades. Here is our method 3 and we will peel off the masking tapes for this method also, and after it is dried out you can see how beautiful the colors look like for this also. So these are the final looks which you can create using your brush pens to give the final watercolor effect. I will show you some of my work done using the same method. This is a wall which I have decorated with all of my mini artworks, Polaroid artworks and all the Instagram live sessions I conduct. So if you also want to join in, follow me on Instagram so that you can also learn some more artworks with me. This is a hula hoop. But don't you worry, I'm not asking you to buy the hula hoop. Let's get started with the very first method of how you can create bigger circles without using a compass. Let's start with how you can make a bigger compass. So as you all know, these compass does not give you a bigger circle, and we all are struggling with how you can make big circles. So here I will be using an A3 size sheet, a hammer, a pencil, scale. So this is one of a cardboard strip I have. This you can take exactly the same width of your scale, but try to have it a longer so that you can make more bigger circles. Then I have a small thumbnail. If you don't have a thumbnail, you can use any other nail or a screwdriver or anything which is pointed. Apart from these two things, you would need a screw and a nail. These two things are really important, and of course a hammer so that you can hammer the nail. So let's get started with it. So the first thing, let's see how big a compass can give you a circle size. Let's put the compass right in the center of one side of the sheet and draw a semicircle. So this is the maximum size a compass can give you. Now to make the bigger circles, keep on following the steps I tell you so that you can make bigger circles without any fancy equipments. From the top of the cardboard strip, start marking at each 1 centimeter's point. Mark all the 30 points if possible. Now I will take the screw, put it just right in the bottom of the first marking we made, put the nail right on the top of it and hammer it. Make sure you make a proper hole. The nail should cross the cardboard sheet absolutely. You will be able to see a hole right in the center of the marking. Now I will be following the same method to make the hole in all the 30 points we have marked on the cardboard. Somewhere towards the bottom of the other end, make one more hole so that it acts as the center of the compass where you can put the center point for the circle. So our handmade compass is ready. Now you can use a thumbnail or a screwdriver, whatever you are comfortable with, and put it towards the bottom point where we made the hole. Sticking it properly to the center for the circle. From any of the hole, I will be making a circle now. You can choose any point whichever you want to, and as you can see, we are able to make the circles perfectly. This was a bit long process, but this is one of the most accurate one. Now we will see how the second method works. So, in this method, all you need is an iron scale, a small pencil, don't take a bigger pencil, a rubber band, and a screwdriver. Screwdriver is optional, you don't actually need that. Now, just the way I am doing it from one end to the other, tie your pencil right on the top of your scale. I personally prefer the iron scale because it has sharp corners and the corners do not get destroyed or de-sharpened when we are working. So this sharp corner will be kept on the center for the circle, and you can adjust the radius of the circle from the scale measurements. Shift your pencil, adjust your measurements, and your compass is ready. Carefully rotate your scale from the center of the circle and the pencil will give you a perfect line. As you notice, I am putting a lot of pressure to the center of the circle so that the center does not change and you have all proper concentric circles. So here you see we have drawn more circles using the second method. Let's move on to the third one. This is my favorite method. For this, all you need is a stencil scale. I actually have this stencil scale from my master's days while I was doing my interior designing course. This scale is a bit longer than a 1 feet scale, so I prefer using this scale. I will show you how and why we would require this. Second thing, we would need a pencil which has an eraser to the end, because the pencil when stuck to the floor will not move because of the friction, and any other pencil might displace from the position. Rubber will create a good friction and it will not move easily. So let's get started. Now, just like the previous method, mark any center on the page. I will be using the scales, alphabet and the numbers, whichever are the bigger alphabets, so that your eraser of the pencil can fit inside the space. Now, place any of the alphabet above the center of the circle. Place the eraser right on the top of the marking you made and you will see your scale can move easily. Now, with the other pencil, you can choose any alphabet, any corner, any side and draw the circles very easily, fitting your pencil tip in any alphabet so that you can have an area where your pencil does not move and you can easily draw circles from inside. So now here I will be choosing an alphabet, any random alphabet. Stick your pencil to one corner of the alphabet and start drawing the circles. This way you can have a number of circles, and this is one method which is hassle free and you don't have to do much hard work for making the circles with this method. So here we completed how you can make big circles without using the compass, and if you see, the compass gives you way smaller circles than any of the method has given you such bigger circles. I am sure all of these three methods are extremely useful and you can use these methods at any point of time and as per your convenience.
So now I'm pretty sure about that you know how to use brush pens for different methods and how to make bigger circles. So if you create any of your artwork using my techniques, don't forget to tag me Mandala with Sisters on my Instagram account, and I would love to see how my tips have been useful to you. Now you can use these tips for different purposes, whether you want to create a bigger background, or you want to take bigger circles, or you want to create some smaller mandalas but you don't want to get into hassle of taking out watercolors, some water, this, that. So all hassle-free techniques, I am sure you know that by now. And yes, of course, this tutorial on how you can make bigger circles is the most useful tutorial, I believe, because you are not just making some smaller mandalas, but nowadays people are getting so much custom orders. They want to create something which is quite a big and larger than life. So why not to make something which really helps everybody in creating something. So I really thank from bottom of my heart that you all have been showing me so much of love. And yes, of course, we have crossed 800 subscribers, so thank you so much. Thanks a lot. You people have showed me so much of love, and I am planning to do a giveaway as we complete 1000 subscribers. So guys, stay tuned to my channel because I am coming up with more interesting artworks, with more interesting tips, and comment below if you want to learn something very different, and I will try my best if I can create something for you as easy as possible. So thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, support me, and like the video. Ask your friends to also watch the video and let me know about how did they like the video. So take care, bye bye, and keep creating.